What if I told you that money was never a thing, but a field? A vibrational field that exists around you right now, pulsing, waiting for you to become the frequency capable of collapsing this wave into matter. You've spent your entire life believing you needed to chase, fight, struggle. But what if the truth was exactly the opposite? What if money was searching for you, and you, unknowingly, were blocking its arrival with the same energy you try to use to attract it? Take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear isn't a technique. It isn't a method. It's a remembrance of something your soul has always known, but the mind forgot. You didn't find this video by accident. There's a quantum reason you're here now. It doesn't matter how many times you've tried to manifest abundance before. It doesn't matter how many visualizations you've done, how many affirmations you've repeated, how many courses you've bought. Something inside you kept vibrating at the wrong frequency, and the universe, faithful as always, kept delivering exactly the reflection of that vibration. Scarcity. But today, something is different. You feel it. There's an opening, a quantum void that's about to be filled with something new. And this something doesn't come from outside. It emerges from within, from a place you haven't fully accessed yet. But that is beginning to awaken. Money isn't paper. It isn't metal. It isn't a number in a bank account. Money is information. It's frequency. It's a wave of possibility that exists in the unified field of all simultaneous realities. And right this second, somewhere in the quantum multiverse, there's a version of you already living in the abundance you desire, not because they worked harder, not because they got lucky, but because they vibrate differently. They don't chase money. They are its frequency. And the only difference between you and that version of you is the tuning. It's like a radio. You've been turning the dial for years, trying to catch the abundant station, but your hand trembles on the frequency of lack, and the universe, obedient, keeps playing the same song: scarcity, worry, fear, lack. But what if you could stop turning the dial and simply become the frequency? If this resonates with you, it's because your soul already knew. There's a moment in every human being's journey when the struggle stops, not from giving up, but from understanding. You realize it was never about doing more. It was always about vibrating differently. And when this happens, when this perception pierces the veil of the logical mind and touches the field of the quantum heart, everything changes. Because money, like everything in the universe, is energy in motion, and energy responds to only one thing: frequency, not to your thoughts, not to your desires, but to the vibration you emit in every cell, in every breath, in every heartbeat. You can say 100,000 times, "I am abundant," but if your body is contracted, if your chest is tight, if your breath is shallow, you're emitting scarcity. And the universe doesn't hear words, it feels frequencies. So the real question isn't, how do I manifest money? The question is, what frequency am I being? And the answer is closer than you imagine. It's in the silence between your thoughts, in the empty space between one breath and another, in the quantum field that exists before you try to control, before you try to make it happen. Money is already here. It always has been. You were just tuned to the wrong channel. And now, you're about to change the station. Think of all the times you looked at your bank account and felt your stomach tighten. All the times you saw a bill arrive and felt your chest contract. All the times you wanted something and immediately thought, "I can't afford it." Each of those reactions wasn't just a thought, it was a transmission. It was a frequency wave being sent to the quantum field. And the field, neutral and precise, simply responded, "Yes, so it shall be." But you were never taught you were transmitting. You thought you were just reacting, just feeling, just being human. And while you reacted, the field registered. While you felt fear, the field materialized more reasons to fear. While you vibrated lack, the universe conspired to deliver you more lack, not out of cruelty, out of precision. Because the universe doesn't judge your frequencies. It simply reflects them, like a quantum mirror that doesn't distinguish between what you want and what you vibrate. It only knows how to respond to vibration. And if the vibration is fear, the response is materialized fear. If the vibration is lack, the response is manifested lack. But now, something is changing. You're beginning to realize you're not a victim of circumstances. You're the creator of them, not through effort, but through frequency. And frequency can be changed. Now, in this moment, in this breath, keep listening. Something in you is awakening. Because what's happening here isn't just information entering your mind. It's a reconfiguration happening in your energetic field. Each word you hear is carrying a vibration, and that vibration is beginning to dissolve the old programming, the old patterns, the old frequencies that kept you trapped in scarcity for so long. You don't need to do anything. Just be present. Just listen. Just feel. Because transformation doesn't happen through doing. It happens through being. And in this moment, you are being the frequency of change. The money you desire isn't in the future. It isn't somewhere distant waiting for you to work hard enough, deserve enough, prove enough. It's here, now, vibrating in the quantum field of infinite possibilities. And the only thing separating you from it is the frequency you're tuned to. And that frequency is about to change. Let's talk about physics. In quantum mechanics, there's a principle called superposition. It says that all possibilities exist simultaneously until the moment the observer chooses one of them through the act of observing. Before that, the particle isn't anywhere, and it's everywhere at the same time. Translation: the reality you see around you isn't fixed. It's one of infinite possibilities that collapsed the moment you observed it, and the way you observe determines what collapses. Now apply this to money. There's a timeline where you're abundant, another where you're a millionaire, another where you live in scarcity. All these realities exist now, not in the future, now, in the quantum field of infinite possibilities, and the only thing determining which one you experience is the frequency you're vibrating at. You're remembering, not learning, because at some deep level you always knew this. You always felt something was wrong with the logic of struggle, with the narrative of effort, with the idea that you need to earn the right to be abundant. That story never made sense to your soul, because your soul knows abundance isn't achievement, it's a state of being. The human brain is an antenna. It doesn't create thoughts from nothing. It captures frequencies. And depending on the frequency you're tuned to, it translates these waves into thoughts, emotions, perceptions. If you're tuned to the frequency of scarcity, your brain will capture thoughts of lack, will perceive evidence of limitation, will interpret the world through the lens of survival. But if you change the frequency, the brain changes its reception, and suddenly, you start noticing opportunities that were always there. Ideas that seem to come from nowhere. Synchronicities that guide you to the right place at the right time, with the right person. Not because the universe changed, but because you changed channels. The quantum field doesn't need to be created. It was always there. What changes is your tuning. And here's the secret no one told you. The body is the most powerful antenna you possess. Not the mind, the body. Because the mind can lie. It can repeat empty affirmations, can visualize scenarios the heart doesn't believe, but the body doesn't lie. It emits the real frequency, and it's this frequency that the quantum field reads. When you feel fear looking at your bank account, your body is emitting scarcity. When you feel anxiety thinking about money, your body is emitting lack. When you feel tightness in your chest paying a bill, your body is telling the universe, there isn't enough. And the universe, faithful, responds, correct, there isn't enough. Not because it's cruel, but because it's precise. So transformation doesn't happen in the mind. It happens in the body, in the nervous system, in the way you breathe when you think about money, in the sensation that arises in your chest when you imagine abundance, in the energetic texture of your presence when you allow yourself to feel prosperity, not as a distant future but as an inevitable now. Scientists call this cardiac coherence. Mystics call it alignment. But deep down, it's all the same thing. It's the moment when the heart and brain begin to vibrate at the same frequency. And when that happens, you become a magnetic field, not of attraction, of resonance. You don't attract money, you resonate with it. And resonance isn't effort, it's recognition. It's like when you meet someone and feel you've known this person for lifetimes. There's no logic, there's frequency, there's field, there's something that vibrates together. Money works the same way. When you stop trying to attract it and start vibrating like it, it simply appears. Not because you deserved it, not because you worked hard, but because the frequency matched. And in the quantum field, equal frequencies meet, always. There's a famous experiment in quantum physics called the double slit. In it, scientists discovered that a particle behaves as a wave when not being observed, but collapses into matter the moment the observer observes it. This means the observer's consciousness literally creates reality. Now think, what are you observing when you think about money? Are you observing its lack, its absence, the difficulty of getting it? If so, you're collapsing the wave into the frequency of scarcity. You're literally creating the reality you don't want through the act of observing it. But what if you changed the observation? What if, instead of looking at the empty bank account, you looked at the field of infinite possibilities? What if, instead of feeling the lack, you felt the abundance that already exists in the quantum field, waiting to collapse into your reality? This isn't positive thinking. This is quantum physics, because the field doesn't respond to what you think. It responds to what you observe. And observing isn't just seeing with your eyes. It's feeling with your body. It's vibrating with your heart. It's being with your soul. When you become the observer of abundance, abundance collapses. When you become the observer of scarcity, scarcity collapses. Simple as that. Precise as that. Quantum as that. So the question isn't, what do I need to do to have money? The question is, what do I need to observe to collapse its frequency? And the answer is closer than you imagine. It's in the next thought, in the next breath, in the next sensation you allow to arise in your body when you think about abundance. Because money isn't out there. It's here, in the field, waiting for you to become the frequency capable of bringing it into matter. And you can do this now, not tomorrow, not after you solve the problems now. Because the quantum field doesn't know time, it knows frequency. And frequency can be changed in a single instant, a single moment of true tuning, and everything changes. You never had a money problem. You had a frequency problem. And frequency can be changed now, not tomorrow, not after you solve the problems, not after you have more time, more energy, more clarity. Now, in this second, in this breath. Because frequency change doesn't happen in linear time, it happens in the field. And the field is eternal now. Keep listening. Something in you is awakening. There's a moment in the spiritual journey that few speak of. It's the moment when you realize you were never creating anything. You were just choosing which frequency to inhabit, which reality to collapse, which version of yourself to embody. And money was always one of the available frequencies. You don't need to invent it. You don't need to deserve it. You just need to become its vibration. And when you do that, when you stop resisting and start resonating, the entire universe conspires to deliver you the exact reflection of this new frequency. Not because you're special, but because you're precise. Every particle in the universe already recognizes your name. Every atom that forms the matter you call money already knows who you are. It's not waiting for you to prove anything. It's waiting for you to vibrate, for you to become the magnetic field it needs to collapse into your reality. And this isn't metaphor, it's physics. When you change your internal vibration, the field around you changes. Particles begin to reorganize. Synchronicities begin to emerge. Doors begin to open, not because the universe loves you more, but because you became the frequency that allows those doors to exist. You're not creating the new. You're remembering what always was. And what always was is abundance. Because abundance isn't having much. Abundance is knowing you are the field. That inside you exists the same quantum void that gave birth to galaxies, planets, stars. The same void that contains all possibilities. And if that void can create worlds, it can certainly create money. But it doesn't create from lack. It creates from fullness. And fullness isn't having everything. Fullness is knowing you already are everything. So when you stop seeking money as if it would complete you, and start feeling that you're already complete, that you're already the field, that you're already the frequency, money appears, not as salvation, but as reflection. Remain in this field for a few more moments, because what's happening now isn't just understanding, it's transmission. There's a frequency being emitted through these words, and if you're listening this far, it's because something in you is ready to receive, ready to dissolve the old programming, ready to become the new frequency. And the new frequency doesn't struggle. It doesn't chase, it doesn't doubt, it doesn't worry, it simply is. And in the act of being, everything it needs appears. You're already vibrating differently. Maybe you don't notice yet, but the field noticed. The universe felt the change. And now, it's reorganizing itself to deliver you the exact reflection of this new vibration. Not because you asked, but because you became. And when you become, the universe has no choice. It must deliver to you. Because that's the law of resonance, the law of frequency, the law of the field. You don't need to believe this. You just need to feel. And if you're feeling something now, an opening, a relief, an expansion, it's because the change has already begun. Think of all the versions of you that exist now in the quantum field. The version that's in debt, the version that's comfortable, the version that's prosperous, the version that's abundant, the version that's a millionaire. All of them exist simultaneously, not in different worlds, in the same field, here, now. And the only thing determining which version you experience is the frequency you choose to vibrate at, not the frequency you think, the frequency you are. Because you can think about abundance all day, but if your body is contracted, if your heart is closed, if your nervous system is in survival mode, you're vibrating scarcity, and the universe will respond to vibration, not to thought. So transformation isn't mental, it's somatic, it's energetic, it's vibrational. It's when you allow your body to relax in the presence of money. It's when you allow your heart to open to the possibility of abundance. It's when you allow your nervous system to exit fight mode and enter receptivity mode. And when that happens, when the entire body begins to vibrate at a new frequency, the field responds instantly. Because the field isn't out there. The field is here, in you, around you, through you. And when you change the internal vibration, the external field changes along with it. There's no separation. There never was. You are the field, and the field is you. And when you realize this, when this truth pierces all layers of your consciousness and anchors in your body, everything changes. Money stops being something you chase. It becomes something you are. And when you are the frequency of money, money has no choice. It must appear, because equal frequencies meet, always, without exception. This is the law governing the universe, the law of resonance, and you're beginning to vibrate in it now. Money is coming, not because you did something right, but because you became something new. You became the frequency the universe recognizes as abundance. And now, it's conspiring to deliver you the exact reflection of this frequency. It might be through an unexpected opportunity. It might be through an idea that emerges from nowhere. It might be through a person who appears at the right time. It might be through a path you never imagined. You don't need to know how. You just need to vibrate. And let the universe take care of the details. Because the universe doesn't need your help to manifest. It only needs your frequency. And when you offer the right frequency, it delivers the corresponding reality. It always was this way. It always will be. And now, now, breathe deeply, and feel the air entering through your nose, descending through your chest, expanding your abdomen. Hold for a moment, and exhale slowly, letting all the air exit completely. And with the exhalation, let go of all tension, all worry, all the old story about lack. Inhale again, and this time, as you inhale, imagine you're breathing golden light, a warm, vibrant, alive light. It enters through your lungs and spreads throughout your entire body. Each cell begins to glow. Each atom begins to vibrate at a higher frequency. Exhale, and feel that you're exhaling scarcity. Exhale fear. Exhale doubt. Exhale all the old beliefs about not being enough, not having enough, not deserving enough. Let all of this exit with the exhalation, like gray smoke that dissolves in the air. Inhale, and feel that you're inhaling abundance, not as a concept, not as an idea, but as a sensation, as an energetic texture that begins to fill your body, your field, your presence. Stay here. This is the point where time stops, because in this moment, you're not in the past where lack happened. You're not in the future where abundance hasn't arrived yet. You're in the now, and in the now, everything is possible. All timelines are available, all frequencies are accessible, and you're choosing, now, in this breath, which frequency to inhabit. Feel your heart. Place your hand on your chest if you want, and feel the beating. Each beat is a pulse that sends a wave to the quantum field, and that wave carries information, a frequency, a command. What command do you want to send? Inhale deeply, and as you inhale, feel your heart expanding, that it's opening, that it's becoming a portal to the frequency of abundance. And now, imagine that inside your chest, there's a light, a golden, brilliant, pulsing light. It has the color of liquid gold. It has the vibration of prosperity. It has the essence of pure abundance. And this light begins to grow. It expands beyond the heart. It fills the entire chest. It descends to the abdomen. It rises to the throat. It spreads through the arms, the legs, the head. Your entire body is now filled with this golden light, and it continues growing. It expands beyond the body, beyond the skin, beyond physical space. It creates a field around you, a luminous, vibrant magnetic field. This field is approximately 3 meters in diameter, and it's pulsing. With each beat of your heart, it emits a wave of abundance, a wave of prosperity, a wave of the frequency of money. Breathe and feel this field around you. It's real. It's not visualization. It's frequency, and the entire universe is feeling this frequency now. Every atom of money that exists in the world is beginning to resonate with you, because you became the magnetic field it seeks. You became the frequency it recognizes. And now, imagine this field begins to attract golden light from all directions, from north, south, east, west, from above, from below. Filaments of golden light begin to converge toward your field, like rivers of light flowing in your direction. These filaments are opportunities, they're ideas, they're synchronicities, they're all the forms through which money can reach you, and they're flowing now, in real time, not in a distant future. Now, breathe and feel these filaments of light entering your field. They enter through the top of your head, they enter through your heart, they enter through your hands, and each time a filament touches your field, you feel a slight vibration, a tingling, a sensation of expansion. This is money moving in the quantum field. This is abundance beginning to collapse into your reality. Inhale, and as you inhale, feel gratitude. Not gratitude for what you don't have yet, but gratitude for what already is. Gratitude for being the field. Gratitude for being the frequency. Gratitude for being the portal through which abundance manifests. Feel this gratitude in your chest. Let it expand. Let it fill your entire being. Because gratitude is the most magnetic frequency that exists. When you feel genuine gratitude, you're telling the universe, I've already received, I already am, I already have. And the universe, always faithful, responds, yes, so it is. Exhale. And as you exhale, let go of any need to control how this will happen. Let go of the need to know when. Let go of the need to understand the path. Let go of any tension, any worry, any doubt. Because you don't need to know, you just need to vibrate. The universe knows the way. The quantum field knows the fastest, easiest, most harmonious route to bring money to you. And it's working on it now. While you breathe, while you vibrate, while you allow, the entire universe is listening to your silence. And in that silence, in that empty space between thoughts, in that field of pure potentiality, money is already moving in your direction. Not because you asked, but because you became. Remain in this state for a few more moments. Feel the golden light. Feel the pulsing field around you. Feel the filaments of abundance converging toward you. And know that something changed. Something inside you is no longer the same. You just reprogrammed your energetic field. You just changed your vibrational frequency. And the universe has already received this new signal. Now it's reorganizing itself to deliver you the exact reflection of this new vibration. Breathe one more time, deeply, and as you exhale, open your eyes slowly, if they're closed, and know that you're no longer the person who started listening to this video. You are the new frequency, and the new frequency is abundance. You made it here, and this isn't coincidence, because there's a law in the universe that says when you're ready to receive, the message appears, not before, not after, but exactly in the moment. Your soul is ready to collapse a new reality. And you're ready. Maybe the mind still doubts. Maybe it still wants evidence, proof, guarantees. But the soul already knows. It always knew. And now, it's just remembering. Return to this message whenever you want to remember who you are. Because what you heard here wasn't a technique. It was a transmission. It was a frequency being transferred from field to field, from heart to heart, from quantum void to quantum void. And this frequency doesn't disappear. It continues vibrating inside you. It continues expanding. It continues reorganizing your reality from the inside out. And each time you return to this space, to this vibration, to this frequency, it will deepen. It will anchor. It will become who you are. Money is a frequency, and now you are that frequency. Not because you learned something new, but because you dissolved something old. You dissolved the belief that you need to struggle. the belief that you need to deserve, the belief that abundance is for others but not for you. Those beliefs were just old frequencies, thought waves you inherited, you absorbed, you believed were yours. But they never were. They were just noise, interference, static on the channel. And now, the channel is clear, the transmission is clear, and the message you're sending to the universe in this moment is, I am abundance. I vibrate prosperity. I am the frequency of money. And the universe is listening. Every star, every galaxy, every particle of matter is receiving this signal and beginning to reorganize itself to deliver you the exact reflection of it. You don't need to seek anything more. Everything you wanted was always you, because you're not the body seeking money. You're the field that money seeks. You're not the mind desiring abundance. You're the frequency that abundance recognizes. And when you become this, when you stop trying and start being, everything changes. Not overnight, but from frequency to frequency, from vibration to vibration, from field to field. And one day, you'll look back and realize it wasn't the money that changed. It was you. You became the version of yourself that always vibrated in abundance. And the universe, faithful as always, simply reflected that. This video didn't end. It continues inside you. Each word you heard planted a seed, and that seed is beginning to germinate now. In the silence of your mind, in the empty space of your heart, in the quantum field that exists between your thoughts. And when that seed blooms, you'll realize it was never about the money. It was always about you, about remembering, about becoming, about vibrating. And now, you're vibrating. The universe felt it. The field responded. And abundance is already on its way. In the coming days, in the coming weeks, you'll begin to notice signs. Small at first, an unexpected opportunity, an idea that emerges from nowhere, a synchronistic meeting, a door opening where before there was only a wall. Don't ignore these signs. They're the universe conversing with you. They're the quantum field confirming that your frequency changed, that your vibration was registered, that your reality is reorganizing itself. And as you recognize these signs, they multiply, because recognition is a form of gratitude, and gratitude amplifies frequency. And amplified frequency attracts more of the same. It's a cycle, an upward cycle, a spiral of abundance that starts small and grows exponentially. And you just entered this spiral. So don't be surprised when things start happening, when money starts appearing in ways you never imagined, when doors start opening in places you didn't even know existed. This isn't luck. This isn't coincidence. This is the universe responding to your new frequency. And all you need to do is keep vibrating. Keep returning to this state, to this field, to this frequency. The more you inhabit it, the more it becomes your default reality. Until one day, you don't need to return anymore, because you already are it. You became the abundance you were seeking. And when that happens, when you realize it was never about having money but about being its frequency, everything transforms. Money stops being a goal. It becomes a byproduct, a natural reflection of your vibration. Like a shadow following the body, inevitable, automatic, natural, and you finally understand the truth that was always hidden in plain sight. You were never separated from abundance. You always were it. You just forgot for a moment. But now, you're remembering, and remembrance is all you need. Breathe, feel, and remain in this frequency, because you're not creating a new reality. You're just collapsing the one that always existed, and it is abundant. It always was. It always will be. And now, you know, the journey doesn't end here. It's only beginning. Because every moment from now on is an opportunity to choose the frequency, to vibrate abundance, to be the field. And each time you choose, the universe responds with more synchronicities, with more opportunities, with more money. Not because you're special, but because you're precise. Because you're vibrating at the exact frequency that money recognizes. And in the quantum field, equal frequencies meet. Always. So keep vibrating, keep being, keep remembering, and let the universe do the rest. Because it knows the way. It always knew. And now that you've changed the frequency, it can finally deliver what it was always waiting to give you. Abundance, prosperity, freedom, not as a reward, but as reflection. The exact reflection of who you became, and who you became is abundance. Welcome to the new frequency. Welcome to your true nature. Welcome to the abundance that was always yours. If your soul recognizes this truth, honor it now. Click subscribe, give this video a like, and believe. Allow the universe to continue the work that began here.